How you doing? My name is John Wayne Mercure, the Sonneteer, the Society of Living Poets, of which you're honorary members, if you want to be. I particularly want to address Yawed Karim, Steve Chen, Chad Hurley. They're the geniuses that invented YouTube in a garage. I mean, how can you be that smart? I wish they were smart enough to help me with this thing. It could be one of their projects to get this done. Can you imagine hydrogen? 10 cents a gallon for your car, for your home. Everybody, there would be no more war. There'd be no more poverty. And you guys, I'm telling you, you need to help us get this done. Jawed Karim, it's a good project for you. Steve Chen, a good project for you. Chad Hurley. So I'm saying, help. Help. You listen to this. This is sonnet number 420. Hydrogen. Genius inventor Henry Dad Garrett. What a guy. What a guy. This guy had a patent. And here's the number. Einstein once bemoaned, it's far easier to deactivate plutonium than to purge and abolish the evil from men's hearts of doom and gloom. Anything for money. The public be damned to hell. Everyone. The sting of destitute families never felt by the wicked ones. Pollution from oil fuels causing cancers. That's where all the cancers are coming from. To run fatally wild. Cancers everywhere. Devastation visited on the poorest people. Humanity defiled. Hydrogen fuel is the answer. It's always been readily available. Then robber baron greed rules. The people have the oil interests, evil plunderers and criminals. Back in 1935, genius inventor Henry Dad Garrett was issued that miraculous hydrolytic carburetor patent number 2,006,676. The patent, there's the patent for a carburetor. Burning hydrogen harvested from water in conventional engines, turning water into cheap fuel at only a gallon for 10 cents. The inexhaustible burning metaphor bush from Mount Sinai in the Bible. The fire didn't consume the bush because the bush was running on hydrogen. The inexhaustible burning bush metaphor from Mount Sinai in the Bible. Usable fuel from water, yielding more water. You burn water, you get water. Poverty dies. We got enough of everything. Our magnificent sun itself is a hydrogen nuclear reactor, glorious star, our star. Water being 2/3 hydrogen, God's message from afar. Your body is 40% hydrogen. Think of that. Your body doesn't explode. Hydrogen is one of the key building blocks of the universe. Chrysler has a hydrogen car, the Eco Voyager, as does BMW, Bavarian Motor Works. They have a Model 7 that runs on hydrogen. Swindlers in the oil cartels know Honda has a car called Clarity Hydrogen. Miserable thieves and heartless oil scoundrels would let all of us die. They don't care. Unable to break the stranglehold evil oil devils have applied. Anyone is for sale. Bribes, payoffs, secret offshore accounts. Doom for America is imminent. Economic catastrophe mounts. Cowardly media hides the truth. Accessories to filthy treason. I mean, what's best for the country? Best for the country is hydrogen. Then everybody prospers. It makes sense. Dirty politicians say hydrogen is too explosive. Well, gasoline is explosive, and so is propane. Evil in action. Hydrogen is explosive. So is volatile gasoline's combustibility. There's a mouthful. Gasoline's combustibility. When Hitler's big lie theory, he says the bigger the lie, the better. Tell them hydrogen is no good. They'll believe it. Fools a gullible public so easily. America's ingenuity, intellectual abilities must lead the way. We got to accept the fact hydrogen is the future. Perpetual prosperity is immediately possible. No more delays. All of these evil oil robber barons must be tried for treason. They don't care about what happens to the country. What's best for the country? I mean, they could build some of those hydrogen stations that are needed. They could build them where the people have their coal mines. Give the jobs to them. Anyway, the fall of America and all humanity for greedy, selfish reasons? Come on. Vile sewer lawyers block the way, suing everybody. Black-hearted hired guns. But what's best for the country? Best for the country is hydrogen. And this sonnet, copyrighted March the 1st, 2008. Gee, almost 10 years ago. Anyway, thank you for letting me at least talk to you here in cyberspace. It's a miracle. It's a miracle. I'm telling you, those guys that did that. I mean, Kaim and Chen and Hurley. Those guys are geniuses, man. They figured that out in a garage, old Jiminy. Amazing. Amazing. And they know about hydrogen. Surely they do. This sonnet, number 195. Clean hydrogen fuel. Global warming goes away. I mean, that's what's doing it, throwing all that fire into the atmosphere. Well, you burn hydrogen, you get hydrogen. There's no emissions whatsoever. A divine gift of providence from God. Clean hydrogen, the fuel of our sun. That's why the sun doesn't burn out. Finely constructed energy, burning completely. Pollution forever done. 70% of our wonderful planet Earth is constituted with divine water. Plenty of precious energy supplied by our Heavenly Father. Water comprised of combustible hydrogen and accelerant oxygen. Father, foundation of our very bodies, hydrogen, vital life for everyone. Sparkling water forged with a chemical bond, strong and safe, speaking loudly to us all of God's loving, benevolent face. Filthy oil, tyrant of despotic thugs and selfish robber barons. They don't care if we all have cancer and the planet just... we got to do something about pollution. Wealthy criminals pillaging people, shamelessly sparing no one. Poisoning lungs with filthy hydrocarbons, unleashed holocaust. Jiminy. Impoverishing everybody, not richly privileged. Monstrous costs. Clean air and fresh water choked with lethal toxins, oil spawned. Mean-spirited oil barons squeeze profits, immorally won. Traitors treason to all humanity. What's good for the planet? Hydrogen at the highest levels. Viperous white-collar criminals allied with human devils. You cannot convince me of the greatest outrageous lie ever. True science cannot break water into usable fuel forever. Sure they can. We can break the atoms. We can break the bond in water and have energy forever. You cannot convince me of the greatest lie ever. True science cannot break water into usable fuel forever. It can. Mankind has learned how to crack the very formidable atom. Mankind deluged with atomic weapons by the thousands. Yet it is possible to destroy the world of all living things. Bet you a wager, water fuel is achievable. It's not an idle dream. They know how to do it. Monster oil holds the whole planet in a deadly, choking embrace. Predator oil profits, gouged by vultures evil, demons face. Hydrogen fuel, cheap, cosmically clean, inexhaustibly available. Held hostage by cruel oil barons, by thieving all that they are able. Oil monsters sleep the slumber of the wicked and criminally insane. Spoil, violated planet they destroy. Dirty oil is to blame. Clean water fuel is from our God. Toxic oil is from human devils. Silent, honest majority is being fleeced like trusting, gullible sheep. I mean, the sheep, what did they say in that one movie? If God didn't want them to be fleeced, he wouldn't have made them sheep. Well, we can't be sheep. You got to stand up and say, hey, hydrogen could be cheap. And it'd be everywhere. Water. We can burn water, yeah. Yeah, that's amazing even to think about that. Well, that's God. He's telling us, you know, water is right in front of you, and you burn it and you get more water. This sonnet number 593, it's about, again, water. I mean, it's too important. You got to help us out there. Please, I'm begging you. Yawed, Karim, Steve Chen, and Chad Hurley, help. You guys are geniuses. You can figure this out. We got to get hydrogen going, and your guys are the ones with the power. Please, I'm begging you. Sonnet number 593, Hydrogen's Messiah, Quantum Chain Reaction. There's a movie called Chain Reaction. That's what it's about, hydrogen. Hydrogen fuel, cheap, clean, endlessly abundant, is being held hostage. Generations of oil thugs, ruthless robber barons, they pillage. There will be innocent citizens' blood. There was that movie, There Will Be Blood, fighting over oil. All families devastated. Where poverty reigns because of monster evil greedily satiated. Daniel Plainview in the movie is a good example, deafening his own little boy. Who will he not destroy for oil? False brothers to destroy? Shoot people in the head for oil? Beat a pastor to bloody death? Cheat the public, hoard money, oil criminals' satanic breath. The 2008 James Bond movie, Quantum of Solace, good movie. They have a hydrogen car. It's right on the front of the Ford leaving Olga in Bolivia. It's a hydrogen car. And it's like, gee, man, it says hydrogen right across the front. A vast quantum leap for humanity. Hydrogen fuel for homes and cars. Cash plentiful for all the world's prosperity. To the stars, cheap fuel. Hydrogen fuel, 10 cents a gallon. No more war. No more poverty. Generating explosive economic growth. A world of plenty. Chain Reaction movie, a good movie, 1996, starring Keanu Reeves and Rachel Weisz. The main reason hydrogen fuel is thwarted, the oil devils demonized. They're making too much money. Well, think about what's good for humanity, about good for the globe. We have to rise up, and please, I'm begging you, Yarved, Karim, Steve Chen, Chad Hurley, we got to get hydrogen going. I scream at the top of my lungs. 1935, Henry Dad Garrett filed a patent for a hydrogen carburetor, and the number is 2,006,676. That's the patent number of his hydrogen carburetor for gas engines. He's a genius. Technology is existent, yet politicians are paid conspirators, grinding humanity into cancers, smog, hydrocarbon poisons. 2/3 of water is combustible hydrogen fuel, inexhaustible. You and I are idiotic fools to believe these oil thug devils that got us being polluted to death. And all this global warming, it would stop if there was no pollution. There's no pollution with hydrogen. World War II was fought over oil and 70 million people perished. We are all being hurled into Armageddon. Humanity is going to get extinguished. Greedy criminals care not if every human being dies in anguish. The answer is hydrogen. Deeds of human devils trying to cheat us all. Selfish criminals must be punished. I mean, come on, man. They're telling us that we have to have pollution. When we don't, hydrogen. Hydrogen fuel cars are already readily available to the public. Genghis Khan white-collar criminals must be maniacally sick. They don't care if the whole planet dies. A curse on the souls of all oil thug criminals and their children. The worst place in hell reserved for evil, dirty oil robber barons. Burst of sunlight, perpetual hydrogen reactor is our sun. That's why it doesn't burn out. It's hydrogen. It's inexhaustible. John Wayne Mercure, the Sonneteer. The copyright on this sonnet is in November the 19th, 2008. I just want to tell you, hydrogen. I was sitting in chemistry class and I asked the professor, how come we can't burn water? And he said, you know, the bond is too strong. But it's breakable because they know how to make hydrogen. Well, 10 cents a gallon, the water's everywhere. You got to help me. Please, I'm begging you. We got to get out there and start screaming hydrogen. Hydrogen, that's the answer. And all worried about windmills and eating moss and bugs. And I don't know what they're doing for energy, renewable energy. But hydrogen is there. It's in the water. Your body's 40% hydrogen. You don't see your body exploding. Hydrogen is one of the foundation chemical the basis of the universe. I mean, hydrogen, and we can burn it, and he's talking to us, and it's like, I am listening, I'm listening. Well, please, are you? I'm begging you before it's too late. We got to switch to hydrogen. We could do it almost overnight. Please. God bless us, everyone. John Wayne Mercure, the Sonneteer. Thank you for listening. Du gardez-vous pour